Whether it's taking punches in a fist fight, signing up for your first jiu-jitsu class, getting whiplash in a car accident, or just trying to be pain-free every morning when you get out of bed, we want you to have a neck that is as strong and as healthy as possible. So in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can train your neck and how you can minimize the risk of injury as much as possible. So we're going to be training neck twice a week, and the first day is going to be a lighter day where we're just going to use the weight of our own head. We're not going to add any additional weight. This first movement is just going to be an over-dramatized head nod, basically. I want you to position yourself on the bench so that you're able to bring your head all the way back and down so that your head is actually getting below the bench. And then I want you to raise it back up to the point where your chin actually touches your collarbone, and we'll consider that a full range of motion. For the second movement, we're going to be twisting our head like we're saying no, and what I want you to keep in mind is trying to think of almost touching your chin to your delts. You're not going to actually be able to do that, but thinking of that as a cue is going to help. And for some of you, this range of motion might be a little bit difficult, and it might even be a little bit uncomfortable, but if you slowly try and extend the range of motion that you're using as time goes on, then eventually you'll get to the point where you can turn your head in both directions either way. I want to emphasize that for most of you, the neck is going to be a very weak and undertrained area. So you want to be very, very cautious in the first couple months that you're starting to train your neck seriously, because this is not an area where you want to have an injury. If you're a little bit older or you've had neck problems in the past, I would recommend doing only one of these exercises for 3 sets. But if you're younger or you have no neck problems whatsoever and you're feeling confident about that, you can go ahead and do both exercises for 3 sets. But even then, just in the beginning, keep it at 3 sets for each exercise. Go till you feel a little bit of a burn in your neck muscles and you know that area is being challenged, and then stop, and you're going to be able to add more reps next week. And each week we'll add 2 to 5 reps. Day 2 is going to be our quote-unquote heavy day, but like I said before, use really, really lightweight, something that's almost easy for the first couple of weeks, just until you build up a tolerance, and go by that principle of go till it burns, but don't try and push yourself anywhere near failure on these exercises. Here I'm using 30 pounds, and that took me a year or so to build up to, and so that kind of gives you an idea of how long and how slow I want you to take this process of strengthening your neck. What you're going to want to do is either get a baggy t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt or even a sweater and essentially wrap it around a kettlebell or a dumbbell and make a knot in it so that you're able to put it in your mouth. The thicker the shirt and the thicker the sweater that you use, the better, because it's going to be easier on your teeth to bite down on, and it's also not going to cut into the corners of your mouth. This is a funky exercise, so you're going to want to play with it, but just a little tip is try and get that cloth as far back in your mouth as you can so that it's not resting on your more forward teeth and pulling them forward at all, because obviously that can lead to some long-term teeth issues. We really don't want any teeth being pulled forward. So if you can get it farther back in your mouth on those strong, flat teeth in the back, it's going to be able to rest more so on your jaw and less just on your front teeth. And I would recommend starting out with either a 5-pound dumbbell or even a 2.5 dumbbell. So like I said, we can be as safe as possible and not only give the muscles in your neck time to adjust, but also give your cervical spine time to adjust. Because we're not just training the muscles in your neck, we're also forcing those discs and the tissue in the spinal discs to adapt as well. This neck training is a very small part of the strength and conditioning program that I offer on Substack. So if you enjoyed the video, go to the link in the description, subscribe to my Substack. I've got a lot of great content on there to help you out with your squat, bench, deadlift, your runs, to help you get as strong and jacked and as in shape and as handsome as possible. Thanks for listening, guys, and I will see you in the next video.